So, to recap what happened in our last session, after defeating some skeletal wolves uh, that were chasing after after defeating some skeletal wolves that were chasing after a little elf girl named Kenny, uh, you followed her on search of her parents. She really wanted to find her parents, and unfortunately, after walking the direction that she appeared to have ran from, without her seeing, thankfully, you found her parents mauled on the ground with her mother decapitated. You searched the tents, found a seemingly empty book, and a little teddy bear, in which you gave the little teddy bear to Kenny, which seemed to make her feel better. And I don't remember if you ended up giving the book to Kenny or not.
I think.
Yeah.
We held on to the
Alden
book.
May has the
and then
book, yeah, I think.
she confirmed to it that he wrote in it, but that if she wasn't supposed to look at it.
Yes.
But we're like,
But you all found some tracks, and after some time getting through this blizzard that seems to have keep picking up, you found this blood-covered cave where you found a sleeping caustic wolf. After a little trip from Turlon, I believe, the caustic wolf woke up. Initiative started, and after some bout, Turlon dealt the finishing blow, and that is where we end. But in the ruckus, Kenny appears to have disappeared. And that is where we start off.
We need to put an air tag on her.
do air tags exist in this universe?
Oh yeah, they do.
Okay.
Oh, yeah,
So only Ori knows that Kenny ran away. But is there anything else to this cave besides the caustic wolf nest? Like, is there another door? Is there another entrance somewhere?
Would you like to make a little perception check for me? And
yeah.
do the blind GM roll, please.
Okay.
Just a bit of perception.
Let's see if I have any.
Can you get rid of my mirror mini, please? There's only one of me now.
Which one is the real you? I think the real one you is the right one, so I'm going to delete that.
Yeah, correct.
I choose when this situation ends. So I would have chosen that. So
I chose you. Pikachu.
A secret roll.
Yeah. What? As you're looking around, Alden, there doesn't appear to be any other, what is the word? Doors. That's the door. That's the word you said. There doesn't appear to be any other entrances or doors around, but the floor is covered in blood. Some appears to be older than others, like more caked in. Some appears to be much fresher blood. It's like bright instead of the more darker caked in blood. And what you do see,
Can you tell us whose it is?
That's what I'm about to get to, is you do notice that, now don't worry, these are not going to attack you, but you do notice the bodies of some skeletal wolves, but they're all dead, so how do I make you dead? Dead, there we go. See the body of 3 other skeletal wolves that appear, that are next to fresher piles of blood. But that you all see this as well, but I just didn't want to have these in here during the little wolf sequence.
Dead wolves.
Yes.
I'm gonna go check on Ori and Kenny while you guys look around here.
Okay.
good idea.
How long have these wolves been dead for, and what killed them?
Are you asking me, like, as in you're making a check?
Yes. What
Yes,
do I do
okay.
to try to determine that?
Are there medicine checks in this? I hope so. There is. Please make a medicine check. You don't have to make this blind. for
Do
me.
do 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 do. Proficiencies. Fucking medicine. Check.
Ooh.
Wow!
Oh, wow.
21.
Wowza. Meowza.
Spit take.
Uh-huh.
Now, these skeletal wolves look nothing like the ones that you had fought before. Before, they're like this rotting flesh of wolves, whereas these appear to, like, someone who's extremely malnourished, right? You can see their ribs and, like, their kind of waist goes in. It appears like these wolves that are here didn't die by any kinds of cuts on their body at all, but their mouth is bloodied, as if, all the blood that is around them appears to have originated from their mouth. And how recent? Within the past day is what you can tell based off of your roll. All of these wolves.
Some bad clams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, actually, that's a. So, do I?
I shared that info.
Right, I was going to say.
Everybody.
Okay. I want to pry like the wolf's mouth open, or at least one of them.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to get dirty with this. Can I see if there's like anything in their mouth, like any like bits of food, like in their mouth that they might have eaten? Like, is there anything that shows that they ate something bad, something nasty?
Something gross.
Yeah, you make a medicine check for me.
Okay, here goes. I'm just gonna do private GM roll, blind GM roll.
Ooh. Just
Oh,
for fun. Just for fun.
Just for you. Just for
Just
you,
for
big
me.
baby.
For yeah,
Can't be
big
talking like that,
baby.
white baby.
For me, baby. For me.
Big
Hear me,
baby.
baby. Sorry.
Big baby.
Hold together.
Sorry.
I
Sorry.
don't. Well,
Large baby.
just get my hands dirty.
Large.
Yeah.
Yeah. After getting your hands kind of bloodied, you can't find any bits of food that appear to be bad. All of it appears to be blood. And what you notice while doing your medicine check, specifically looking for food and like if they ate something bad, any signs of that, you do notice that kind of against their pulled in skin, there is some. Their stomachs appear to be full. If you find what you imagine to be their stomach, and the one you're looking at least, doesn't appear to be any thrown up food anywhere around. It appears to only be blood.
I relay that to the other two, just kind of like rubbing my hands in the snow, trying to get the blood off. Well, they ate good. They ate plenty of food. I don't know what did this to them though. I didn't study this. Whatever magic this is, I didn't study.
Wait, hold on, Steven. They ate plenty. They have full stomachs, but their bodies look like they're malnourished.
Yeah, their body, the skin, like that's what I mean by what it looks like they're malnourished. Their skin is kind of taut up
It's
against.
tight against.
They have like muscle atrophy, which I think is the word for it. But like it seems like they are extremely skinny, much skinnier than you would expect
Okay.
a wolf to be. They look malnourished, but their stomachs are full. There is no food around on the ground.
Can I do an Arcana check
Sure.
to see if this is any like sort of magic that I might know about?
So just from this, you're trying to pull into your Arcana
just like
memory.
I don't know. Would there be anything that would indicate like any sort of spell that would say like would be reminiscent of causing this? Any type of treatment? Anything in nature? I'm curious to see if it's a spell or something. If I recognize it, if it's the work of some evil do?
You make an occultism check for me.
Occultism.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have some sort of bonus to that. Hang on.
You do. You're trained in it.
Okay. Yeah. All right. That's great. That's just good. Motherfucker.
Damn.
Yeah. All right. I don't
Something
get
tells me
shit.
it went pretty bad, Dylan. What do
Okay,
you think?
what did I miss? What
I
did I
got a
miss?
nat
I'm
1.
guessing it's probably yeah. I was gonna say final one.
Cat's freaked out, but I got him food. So okay, what did I miss?
Yeah. You go. You
Oh.
describe it.
The wolves bled profusely from their mouth. The blood that covers the floor seems to be theirs. It's like about a day old. Their bodies have like tight skin and atrophied muscles the same way that like a malnourished creature would be, but their stomachs are full of something.
Something not good for them, I guess.
Yeah.
Yes, and Alden just did an occultism check to see if this is something to do with any kind of spell. And Alden does not. You've never seen any spell that does something like this to somebody.
You've never
This
seen any
magic
spell.
is far beyond my power. I know not what school it belongs to.
Alden, are you okay? You're talking different.
It seems that I've had a cold in the past, I don't know, 2 hours that's made me sound different multiple times now.
It happens.
Strange
So,
cold, really.
It's almost like I can't do a consistent accent or something. I just don't know what it is.
Okay.
Sorry.
Turlon, what do you think? Or what? You go first, Felix.
I was gonna say I would walk. I don't want to like. I would speak my thought process out loud, saying, "Well, if they ate something, it must be something that should have been food that killed them." Because caustic wolves are not normal, right? And I would not like seeing one.
The question is, what did they get into, and what did they manage to eat that made them like this?
And as they say this, I'm rolling a wolf onto its corpse onto its back, and I take out my dagger and I say, that is the exact question that we need to find out, and I want to cut open its stomach.
Okay.
So we can actually see what it is in there.
I'm gonna take my eyes to, while this is happening, to both Alden and Vita to monitor how they react to a creature's stomach being cut open in front of them, if at all.
Well, I'm not in there.
All right, you left, so I'm just gonna keep an eye on Alden, see how he reacts.
Okay. Well, first, Alden, how do you react?
I just kind of go like, and then I just look away and just kind of turn around.
As you do that, I look back at the cutting, very straight-faced.
As you cut open the stomach, just a bunch of different various rotting bones and meat come out, and make a perception check to see if you can kind of go through what's in the stomach.
I'm going to be looking, I don't know how you want to modify it, but I'm going to be looking at well, but passively. I'm going to let Felix do whatever it is he wants to do to dig through the body, but I'm just going to be kind of like looking over and glancing what I can.
You want it to be secret?
Yes.
So I don't know if you want me to roll anything, God, or just roll to give him assistance.
I'll just tell you what you notice, because you both notice just meat or flesh and bone is all you see, Turlon, and Felix is all you see as well. But since you're closer up, you can determine that these are just the flesh and bones of, maybe a rabbit, some, mice, just smaller game creatures. There doesn't appear to be any large bones or even anything that's not carnivorous in nature. If you were to cut open the stomach of a normal wolf, you would deduce that it would look pretty much the same as these wolves.
Okay. All right, well, that doesn't answer any of our questions.
Oh, I can't stand the smell.
What?
I'm just kind of wiping the blood off on
The
my.
caustic wolf. Oh.
Felix,
I run outside.
what would the wolves in this part normally eat?
Small game. Rabbits, squirrels, normal fare. Which either means, I think, that it wasn't something they ate, but it was something that affected them internally, or the things they ate were
Infected
corrupted or
themselves.
cursed.
Yes. Oh,
So,
the things they would eat would be herbivores, no?
mostly.
I'm gonna take a step outside and investigate the plant life around. See if I notice anything sickly, blighted, or strange.
Well, I will say, too, at this point, as you're walking out, and Alden as you ran away from the caustic wolf, and Vita as
Yeah,
you're
what is
going
happening to me?
toward. Yeah, as all of you look outside or start to go outside, it is becoming dark quickly. It was around 4 p.m. or ish, late afternoon, that y'all met up earlier for the very first time, and it is now quickly getting past the point of sunset, towards twilight, towards real actual night. And with this blizzard seemingly picking up, it is very difficult to get any bearings of any of your surroundings. So we're going to quickly jump to Vita, and as you left right away, you see this. You see it's difficult to see outside. And what would you like to do?
I'm gonna ask Ori where Kenny is.
You get the sense from Ori. Ori folds himself into a little, or folds itself. Is it he, her?
It's gender fluid.
Gender fluid? Okay. Folds itself,
Gender fluid.
folds itself into a little arrow and points, I wish I could ping in this game, but towards the southwest.
Yep. Okay.
There's an extension I think called Ping It, where you hold that X and click.
Poggers.
Freaking awesome.
Oh,
Okay, I
freak,
think I would
oh,
just
freak, oh,
immediately
frack.
go tell everyone this. So if they're
Okay.
running out, then they'll just see me.
And you tell the group that Kenny has run off.
Oh no.
Well,
That's not
where did
good.
she go?
Did
I
you
don't
see
know.
any? Did you see any footsteps in the
pretty dark.
snow? We don't have long before the footsteps would disappear. And
Which is why we should hurry.
I'm going to immediately step out and look for footprints.
Okay.
I know she went in this direction, but yeah, she can't have gone that far.
No, she couldn't have. And I don't think she wanted to go far either. She must have been scared. Ah, shit. I bet she went back to her parents' house. It's not far from here.
That was the opposite direction.
That's the opposite way.
Well, it wasn't far. Oh, we know she went that way?
Y'all
Yeah,
took a
so-
roundabout way. That way could be towards the direction of the camp, but y'all took a, because of some poor roads, y'all took a roundabout way to get there. But it could be, you don't know.
Yeah, if I were a little kid and I was running away from something like this, I would try to go home. Especially if she learned to recognize the area.
Well, let's hope she is heading back there. Otherwise, we're not going to find her.
She's either heading back to our camp, your camp, Felix, her parents' residence, or nowhere.
Okay. Well, let's just go the way that Ori pointed and see if we can catch up to her.
Yeah, let's go quick. We're hustling.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm gonna hustle.
And, yeah, okay. With the hustling and it also getting quite darker, I will say that this survival check will be difficult. And you all get an intuitive sense of that finding your way through here, it's not just a short hop, skip, and a jump. It will be difficult to find your way, but if you're attempting it, then you can attempt that. All right.
Okay, are we all doing it individually, or are we having one person do it and we can try and assist them?
I will say, yeah, it's up to y'all.
I thought it's normally.
I would just. Felix knows
If
these
you're all
woods.
if you're all
Yeah,
together,
maybe
then
we
I would say one person.
Yeah, let's have Felix do it.
Woo!
All right.
Is
Is
a thing
anyone
druid.
good enough to try and assist them or assist him?
Nope.
How does
I only-
assisting work? Does it...
You beat a DC 15 check to add a +2 to their roll.
Okay.
So if anyone had a decent survival modifier, it would be good for them to do the assistance. I mean, you have to justify how you're assisting, right? It's not just I roll a check. Like, no, you need to explain what you're doing. But if it's within any amount of reason, the DM will have you roll a check. Actually, it doesn't even have to be survival. Sorry, it would just be whatever you can think of, right? So, like, I could maybe make the argument that I'm pointing out stuff from nature, like the snow or the plants' life, and I could try to roll to assist him. So someone could try to assist him. Is all I'm saying. And
Okay, that's
I can try
interesting.
and do that by trying to point out a footstep, Mr. GM.
Okay. Then I would have a perception for the helpful.
Okay.
For your helping roll. See if it
All
gets
right.
a +2.
I did not beat it, so I got a 6.
Ouch.
I rolled a 4. Hello.
Yeah. And a +6 bonus though.
All right, it's all you. It's all you, Felix.
Owie.
Yeah,
How many hero points we got?
We're on like God Warriors.
You
Man.
each have one.
This is bad. Yeah, redo it.
Using that
Using it.
hero point, baby. Woo!
Can be worse.
There we go.
Oh, it's
Hey,
not.
Let's go.
it
that's
finally
better.
works out.
So you're all heading together?
Yeah.
I
Yes,
imagine
I'm
with
following
the
Felix.
snow picking up and the light fading, it's
It'd be done
I would tell them all that they need to stay close because you can get lost very easily
Yes.
during these storms.
Keep my eyes peeled at the back for critters.
Fantastic.
The only one who has
Well, after some time, I would say after, it seems like 10 minutes, after feeling like you are getting lost, but then seeing a tree or a familiar rock that, writes you back on the path that you think you are on the correct way, you start to see very, very faint light. Oh no, you actually don't. You do not see any faint light. But you come upon, you see the figure of what looks like in the, you see a figure. He did what in his cup? You see the shape, and seems like maybe 30, 40 feet in front of you of what seems like two familiar tents. So we are going to do a little scene change.
Yeah, where's the scene, man?
You
Yeah.
remember
where's
the
the
activate
scene?
thing, Steven?
Disney's seen
Yes, I'm going to.
He's
it. Hey,
cooking
this
buds.
website says it's not secure. Am I
Yeah.
gonna get hacked?
Yeah, I
Yes.
think so.
Oh, okay.
Pretty
I'm in
sure.
the process of hacking right now, so
No.
please don't do it, please, please.
Okay, ignore everything you see right now.
My bookmarks.
Okay, I don't see anything. I'm actually blind, honestly. So
Based. Okay.
I'm here.
based on
You don't see
blindness,
anything. You
really.
don't see
Guys,
anything.
Hey,
I'll tell you right
Kenny.
now, I've actually been playing just purely off sound this entire time.
Wait, isn't there a way to? Is there any blindness way to do it? Like make you all
I thought there
blind?
was. You were able to like, just make the screen black.
Yeah, it's like if you all don't have an actor. Just close your eyes for just a moment.
Oh, it's Wimdy.
I'm not like.
Yeah, I got Discord up.
I tabbed out of it.
Shmeesh.
I had to sneak a peek.
No, but Steven, there is a way to do that. I believe you right
Mhm.
click on the people and you do like I'm looking it up because I did that.
Scott,
Let
Scout's
me-
honor, man. I'm not looking.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna reset
Scout's
everybody's
honor.
fog of war, which is pretty fun. I like doing that. Alright. Transitioning. Turning down the volume.
Oh, God damn it, Craig. We got too many games to play. You can't be telling me this shit.
It can just be for later.
I want to know.
Dark Tide is 50% off, and it's like a functional game now. Took me a year again,
It
but
took
The fuck is Dark Tide?
Dark Tide, you know Vermintide?
What the fuck is Vermintide?
He
Yeah,
doesn't
he
know
has
about
games.
He
Vermintide.
doesn't know
Does-
about rats.
Does he know?
Warhammer,
Does he
rat
know?
things.
Those who
It's like
don't know.
Warhammer, but if it was Left 4 Dead.
Man, I want to play Warhammer. Alex Craig.
You are the one. I'm making great progress in my painting, and you're the motherfucker that doesn't do that.
How long?
I have at least paint on my models.
I've
don't-
painted on some of my models.
When's the last time that you fucking picked up a brush?
Never.
Ooh.
Taya picked up the
That's
brushes.
right. That's fucking right.
Ooh, he
Sheesh,
Ooh.
sheesh, sheesh.
Yo, shots
Sheesh.
fired.
Hey, I'm not getting involved in this.
Oh.
Mama free.
Sheesh, sheesh.
All right.
But no, Dark Tide is 50% off right now.
So
But
it's
Jeez.
25-ish
we just
bucks.
have too many games, and I'm leaving soon, so I don't
Oh,
want to
that's
really buy
right.
it right now.
That's fair.
Uh,
I'm gonna get it. I
you
feel like
got
I
it.
can.
Craig get it, and then Craig can host on Parsec, and we can play local.
That's a good point. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't.
That'd be
I wonder if
that'd
it
be
has
that'd be
local.
cool as fuck if we could do that. I doubt it.
Yeah,
They
I
don't have
doubt it has
local
local.
multiplayer.
Not many games do.
No.
All right.
This
We
is
are.
just one of those things where they know they have to like force people to each buy their own copy.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
how Suicide Squad's
you-
gonna be.
All right.
You are all able to open up your eyes. And
Besides,
Neat.
it's still a blizzard out here.
yeah, it is. Oh yeah, let me. You're so right. Let me actually kind of like update that weather though. Make it real ambient.
Shit.
Oh.
Blizzard's getting worse, I sense.
Oh boy,
I shouldn't have said that.
God is listening, Dylan. Don't
bro,
you know?
you reminded the teacher of the homework. Now we're gonna beat your ass.
Wah, 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 wah.
Oh, there we go.
If you
Dude,
can't
now we're
catch
gonna
me,
fucking kill you.
Where the fuck is Jesse?
I slap my butt and I run out the door.
Don't let him go. Don't let him escape.
Are we playing Pathfinder?
Maybe.
We're waiting for
Yep.
Blizzard to.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
Blizzard is a
Just
little.
practicing my role playing.
Yeah. Blizzard's a little bit more. Okay. So
Okay.
it is difficult to see. By the way, this whole time I've had like torches on y'all just to because I'm still trying to figure out the visibility rules when it's nighttime.
I think it works fine.
Because without the torches, I have no visibility. So I'll figure that out at a later date. But you all don't actually have torches right now. You could light a torch, I guess, but you know,
So
I don't
it's
think it
just
would help
black.
right now. But yeah,
I think
you
there's-
yeah.
a second Ori at the top of my screen.
Is there?
Second Ori
Oh,
is hit the
I will
founder.
delete them.
I do think there is a. I don't think it's a mod I got. There should be something in the lighting
Mhm.
options on Foundry that gives you like it's like GM vision.
Well, I can see everything. It's just making it so y'all can see like a certain distance at night without putting on a torch. I'll figure it out. But yes. So in this very dark, even though it doesn't look like it on the map, you saw those tent lights, but then you see the figure of a familiar small little girl standing about 25 feet in front of you, Felix. And the others may notice this as well as you come upon this camp. And it appears that her back is to you. But it's very windy, dark. We're talking almost pitch black, probably in the next like 20 minutes.
Did we
I'll go.
bury Kenny's parents?
No, we did not. We left fast.
Yeah, we thought about it, but we ended up not.
Oy.
I'm gonna walk right up to Kenny. I'm not trying to stealth, but I'm walking quietly.
I wanna put a hand out and stop Tarlin for a quick second.
Okay.
I'll look to
Oh,
you
I'll look-
expectantly.
And I'll say, hold on, and I'll call out like, Kenny, is that you? Are you there?
She turns around and she has tentacles everywhere. I'm just kidding. But
No. Caustic
jewel.
Kenny.
what you assume is Kenny does not move
Uh-oh.
or respond.
So then I'll
Can I send Ori out? You guys, can I send Ori out first just to look before we walk up
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, so yeah.
I think we should. I'm gonna turn and whisper to you guys. I really think we should have someone over there right now, and I'm gonna walk over. I don't care what you do with Ori, but I'm going to go in
there?
there.
I'll send Ori too, so we'll go with
So
you.
I'm going to walk right up to her,
Okay.
And I am going. Does anything happen before I get up to her?
Yeah, or it'll be like right next to Turlin, so it'll be the same pace.
You can faintly hear sobbing as you're walking up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I would do this. I'm going to pick her up. Just from behind, pick her up.
Okay.
And
Yeah, no,
I'm
that's
not like I'm.
that is exactly what you would expect. Well, okay, describe how you pick her up.
Yeah, I'm not just like but I think it's like she's like the blizzard is completely starting to envelop us, right? We still have a lot of ground to cover, right, to get back.
It is difficult to tell because it's dark, but yes, it feels that way.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick her up and say, "I'm sorry, Kenny, we have to go."
And
I'm gonna like I said, like I start to lift her because she's not that old, right? She's like 8 or 9.
She's like, like 5 or 6.
Yeah. Oh, even better.
Size-wise.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I'm
Better.
just gonna like fireman carry her. Like I just like pick her up and hold on to her.
For you to do that, I want a strength check. Now, how you're essentially grappling her.
It would be athletics. Yes.
Athletics.
You
Yes.
drop her, bro.
No.
Okay. No, but yeah.
It would be funny.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Funny for me in real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a game, but it would be.
I hope you drop and fall over on her mom's dead body.
Whoops!
Oh, whoopsie!
I do have a +0 to athletics, but also I'm thinking I don't need to roll very high since she is a child. So
Maybe.
got a 15.
Yo,
Nat 1.
I was gonna say, yo, keep this nat 1.
Whew. Yeah. Never had any doubt. Never. Not once.
You are successfully able to pick her up. It's still, but yes, as soon as you pick her up, this is not a willing child that you are picking up.
Sure.
I don't know, in Turlon's past if they've ever picked up a screaming child, but that is the current situation. She is kicking and screaming, no, please, like reaching out to her mother. Make a perception check for me, Turlon.
As I do that, I am just going to shake my head and just say, "I'm sorry, but we have to go." 8. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna hero point that. I want to know what I'm looking at. 19.
Okay. You do see that, even though the map doesn't show it, all the blood that was on the snow is now covered, and all you see of Kenny's mom is her face just peeking out of the snow, her left arm coming out of the ground, and as you have picked her up, you see the teddy bear lying beside.
I will pick up the teddy bear as well.
Okay.
And I don't trust Kenny to hold on to it right now, so I'm going to pick up the teddy bear and just put it in my bag.
All right, and I will. Yeah.
I'm going to turn around to you guys, and I'm just going to like shake my head with Kenny in my arms and just like notion towards the way back. We need to keep going.
I will say to I'll say to you other three, what do you do while this is happening?
I personally am eager to leave because I feel like I just like this has been a terrible experience. I'm like kind of on edge.
Children intimidate me because they bullied me at the academy, but this one's sad.
While you were an adult.
Yes. But however, while they're walking away, can I like do one more like search over on Kenny's parents to see if there's any trinkets on them that we can give to her later?
You may.
We already searched them pretty thoroughly, but I just want to like do one last check.
Raid your body for trinkets.
Yeah, you're gonna.
I hope these people have gold on them. I'm running short on cash.
Make a perception check, but it's gonna be a -2 circumstance bonus because it's fucking hard to see.
Steven's
So-
got
No, it's
his
not. No, it's
down.
not. No, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
No, it's not.
Fuck,
No,
you're right.
no,
You're right.
no,
You're right.
no,
You're right.
no, you're wrong.
No.
You're right. It's +5. +5.
Yeah,
No, dude, I'm laughing.
motherfucker.
You do not find anything else. In
Okay,
fact,
cool.
when you
Let's get my
pull,
hands bloody
when
again. Yeah.
when you pull on Kenny's mom's arm a little bit, her head stays where it is in the snow, and her body comes across a little bit because she was decapitated. But
Yeah,
it wasn't
damn it.
obvious that from the snow.
Why?
But
I'm gonna be turning Kenny away from that as I
Yeah.
see that happening.
Yeah, I would have waited till Kenny's not
Yes,
looking.
yeah,
by
no,
the
yeah,
way,
Ken-
I just want
yeah,
to
Kenny
make that
wasn't
perfectly
there.
honest.
I know Kenny was
perfectly
never there.
clear.
No, I believe that. However, I'm holding a flailing child, and I think they will be looking every which way every moment. So it
Okay.
requires some sort of effort to
Kenny
keep her
doesn't
away.
see it. Kenny
Okay.
doesn't see it. Don't worry.
Oh, maybe we
doesn't
can give
see
her the mom's head.
Oh, okay, goodness.
Ronk moment.
The wolves have swords to cut off. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so y'all
These wolves
just
had thumbs.
are walking back.
Yes.
I'm
Yup.
gonna need another survival check from you. It'll be a little bit easier, Felix.
I don't believe I can assist this time
No,
because
I'm
I
gonna say no.
am holding on to the child.
I can try to assist. There's no penalty if I fail besides just not getting it right.
Correct with assisting.
No,
That
yes.
is the case.
Sure.
Unless I make it something.
You gotta say what you're doing though, so Steven can validate that it is a reasonable way to assist, and then tell you what stat to roll.
Okay. Well, we're going on the path that we took before, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just going to be the same one that we walked before.
Yes.
Not looking for footprints, but similar to the way we, use just natural features to kind of figure out our way back to this camp.
Mhm.
I want to make a survival check just to basically, look for any recognizable features that would help us get back to Felix's cave.
I would say do a nature check. Same idea, but just do a
Nature.
nature check for me.
Sweet as. Have 0 in that, so straight roll. Motherfucker. All right.
It's just difficult to see. That's all I can
Blind
say.
as a bat.
All right, Felix. Hey,
Yo.
you're just having a bad dream, bro.
We are fucking lost.
I will say
10.
with a 10.
Well, how did you?
Oh. Oh.
I'll say with a 10 leaves.
Oh yeah, we all got split up. We have to go to separate Discord channels now.
Yeah, yeah.
Can I use a hero point for a reroll on that? It only adds +2.
You're supposed to decide before you know the outcome.
That's a good point.
And you could make the argument that we don't know the outcome.
Yeah, you don't know the
But-
outcome. I'll allow you to do it if you want to, but you don't know the
Nah,
outcome.
I'll save it. We'll just see
Okay.
what happens.
Alright.
No. We did not break.
Can you hear us, Dillbot? Hmm.
Well, in other news, the Lions lost to the Bears.
Yep.
Pisses me off.
Yeah. Bryce Young keeps overthrowing,
So-called
dude.
kings of the jungles.
Yep.
King of the
Lions, tigers,
jungle.
and bears. Oh my.
But
Wow.
still,
Yeah.
sociable and with it.
Intermission.
Oh, he's back.
Alright.
He's back.
Intermission's over.
You did not critically fail this roll. Just good.
Yo, I love that string of sentences. String of words.
But you did fail it. So I will say that it takes you, we're going to say you have been about 20 to 30 minutes of trekking at this point. And it is getting to the point where it is difficult to even see where your feet are landing next. But you, Felix, I will say, are confident that you will get there in the next 10 minutes. You know, you recognize something, oh, you took a wrong turn somewhere. Okay, you know you can get back. You think you're 99% confident in where you are. But does anyone else want to do anything or say anything after walking for 20 minutes when it took you only 10 minutes to get here?
I wouldn't be too worried yet. It's snowy.
Yeah.
How's
I'm
Kitty doing? Is she
freezing.
tired down yet, or is she still freaking?
Uh, what have you been doing in the time? Just holding onto her?
Yes, and probably just occasionally, not trying to like baby her, but I would just be saying, it's going to be okay. We have to keep going. I'm sorry. We'll go back for them. And not really trying to squeeze her to the point of fucking breaking her ribs, but try to hold her tight and make sure she doesn't get away. And if I can manage it, be comforting too.
You notice about 5 minutes in that she's not moving anymore. You strangled her. I'm just kidding. But
God.
she
Quest over, everyone go home.
Yeah, she has calmed down more from tiredness after a long day rather than any comforting, you can tell. But she does keep whispering over and over. You can hear that she didn't wake up. She just wouldn't wake up. So anyway,
You tried
so
your best. It's okay.
do you continue to trek forward, Felix?
Yes.
Yes,
We need to
okay.
get back.
Then I will say that you make it after about 30 minutes of total travel, so like 10 more minutes. You make it back to the camp, or the wolf cave, right? That is where
No,
you were
we're
headed,
going
just
home.
confirm. Oh, you were going home? Okay.
Our home.
Then
My
I'll
home.
say
Yeah.
the other way, yes.
It's getting dark.
Alright.
So we've
then
arrived.
We will do a scene change, yes.
Stage hands, get out here.
Bunch of little goblins in all black clothes scurrying
Mhm.
around, moving the set pieces.
Where's the furniture?
Scene change.
Hey, I'm
Oh.
not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Alright. You all are back in the home. The fire has died down a little bit since you all left. But the snow is probably about 1.5 feet, 2 feet high at this point, and the blizzard doesn't seem any kind of stopping, or doesn't have any signs of stopping. So you all have arrived. What do you do with
Felix.
Kenny Turlon?
Can
I'm
you bring
going
out some
to-
corn for popping? And
I was waiting for something.
but dog.
I'm going to
Go
put
ahead.
Kenny down. I'm gonna set her. I'm gonna set her down on the bed, straight up.
Down.
I'm already sitting on the bed.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you to fucking move.
I'm pretty sure we can fit an adult and a 5-year-old.
I think
I'll-
she's.
sitting
I'll
in.
scoot
I think.
down.
I think she's probably going to thrash the minute I put her down, and I'm going to set. I'm gonna set her down, brace for inevitable thrashing, and then turn to Felix and say, "Well, I don't like the precedent. I think it's best to, if you can, lock the door from the inside. Don't want her going anywhere stupid during.
The fuck was that?
Don't worry about
Don't worry about it. Why would you worry about that?
There's a wolf in here.
But yeah, I think we
One
should.
of us is a wolf.
I think if you have a lock at all, you should lock the door from the inside.
it.
Because I think she is gonna want to leave in the middle of the night and try to find.
I have a thick plank of wood I can put over the
Yup.
door.
Mhm.
Nail that shit in.
No, it's not like nailed in.
Oh,
Yeah.
and before that,
It's like one of
I'm-
those barricade things.
yeah,
Just kind of
before,
set that over so it can't be open.
yeah, and as he does that, I'm gonna give the bear to Kitty, and just say, "I'm sorry about your parents, Kitty." And
Kenny
walk-
does not respond and just curls into a little ball on the bed.
I also,
But, there you go.
I was gonna say before I would lock the door, I would just kind of snap my fingers.
Whatever you're
and,
about to say, dude. Whatever you're about to fucking say.
snap my fingers and light the fire again. Casting ignition.
Ooh.
I'm gonna sit down at the table, and look to you guys, and just sort of, what do we do about the girl?
Why can't she come with us?
She's
Go with
Steven,
us
is she
when?
asleep by now?
I don't know.
Yeah, sorry. Wait until she falls asleep. That's a great point.
Yeah. I
And
feel like we're
you'll
not
see
staying here forever.
between now and her falling asleep, I'm just gonna take out my Harrow deck and thumb through the cards sort of aimlessly.
What does everyone else do while they wait for Kenny to fall asleep?
I go through my spell book, just kind of sitting in the corner, thinking about what we should do.
Yeah. Same.
I will prepare something to eat. I also realized I
Small
should have
book.
probably included this. I have like a little, like shitty, old, like stove, you know?
Amber pot.
No, completely different actually.
Uh,
And so
But
you
yeah, I
make
have
some
like
food?
so yeah, I keep myself busy and make something to eat. Some seasoned meats is what I prepare.
do you have any hot chocolate?
No, cocoa is a luxury. I do not have such things.
Oh, okay. Maybe I can scrounge around and find some peppermint candies for Kenny when she wakes up.
Some tea would be nice though.
There's probably still some left over. I can just heat that up from earlier.
Thank you, Theo.
You're welcome.
I have a new pot.
Yeah, you can have a new pot.
Something's gotten into Vita today.
It'll make sense. It'll make sense.
Okay.
It's lore dependent.
Okay.
Dude, the lore runs deep apparently. Vita fucking hates old tea.
But after waiting about 30 minutes to an hour, Kenny, you do eventually start to hear little deeper breaths from Kenny, indicating that she has fallen asleep.
Is she covered by like blankets? Is she just sitting on top of it?
If anyone
There's
did,
like-
but she right then is just on
Okay,
top,
she's,
not
so
covered
she's
by
tucked in.
blankets.
Oh,
There's
damn,
like-
she's not tucked in. All
Not
right,
right
tuck her
now,
in.
no.
You know how in Adventure Time, Finn's bed, instead of having blankets, has just a bunch of animal furs and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. It's just lots of furs.
Well, she wrapped herself in some furs. She
Okay.
feels nice and cozy now.
Hey, Steven.
That's
Yeah,
what
what's up?
matters.
If I buy a Foundry module for the Hero card deck, can you put it in your world?
Good, yeah.
Okay, I'm buying it right now, actually. So I'll send it to you in a minute.
All right,
But yeah.
hopefully it is easy. But
So
what
once
do
she's
you all
fallen asleep-
discuss? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I'll say to you guys, look to you guys, what are we gonna do about the girl? I'm just gonna kind of throw my hero card deck on the table. You see a selection of cards with very nice, strange illustrations that wouldn't make any sense to you unless you knew how hero cards work. And I sort of lean back into
I
my
would
chair and just look
say-
at you.
I mean, one of us can just take her with us.
The nearest town to, not even a town, like even just a settlement is how far away, Steven?
3 miles away.
3 miles? Okay.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
And is it a
Okay.
small is it small or is it like a full blown?
Yeah, just you are not deep in the center of forest, but you're pretty far into just a large forest in Sumia. So all the little settlements around are very small. The nearest town where there'd be, I don't know, like a blacksmith and, I don't know, libraries, like more kind of larger settlement places would be many, many miles away. All they get.
Orchid.
Oh,
But,
I want to know what the parents were doing out here. I also want to know. I mean, I can't take her with me, but
Well, where
we
are
should
you
see.
going after this? Where's your next destination?
I haven't really figured that out yet, but I really just can't handle a child. I can barely feed myself these days.
Yeah,
I
me
wouldn't be
neither.
able to handle another person. But we should see if she has any family, if anyone knows her from nearby, that she can go too.
And the best bet would be that town, yes, Felix?
Yeah, the hamlet, that would be the best spot.
Not to
How
mention
did
the
her
whole issue of-
mother's head get removed? Steven, was it clean? Was it a clean cut?
No, her body was mauled apart, and it seems to just be, that wolves typically go for the neck.
Okay, they chewed through her neck. Okay.
Yeah.
God damn.
Okay. Never mind, I wouldn't say that then. Okay.
Well, I think we need to take her into the town and see if we can find anyone. And if not, we can maybe put her up for. Is there adoption in this world?
God. Oh,
Uh,
have a nice life, kid.
I feel like the concept has to exist
Yeah.
at some
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, but I don't
Uh,
mean do people understand the concept of adoption? I mean, like, is there a place I can go in the average hamlet and say, take the fucking kid?
I
From
doubt in a
where-
hamlet.
An
From
orphan.
where
I
it
also
used
doubt
to
in the
be,
hamlet, but I
yeah.
figured I'd ask.
From where you used to be, Trelawn, yes, but you don't think so around here.
We also might be able to get information about the wolves.
Yeah, I
from
want
in
to see this
town if
hamlet.
anyone knows anything.
Also, sorry, didn't we agree to do something for you, Felix? As a thanks for you letting us in here.
Oh, you guys helping me with this, figuring out what the fuck's going on is the thanks.
Yeah, and I'm gonna
I'm
say
try-
what
It's his woods.
I mean.
Yeah.
Certainly, all of this is connected to the caustic wolves. Yes.
I would assume so. I don't know. I've never seen anything like that before.
Well, I'd say what has to happen is if this kid is going to run away whenever we aren't looking at her, and we can't risk holding on to her.
I don't think she's gonna run away.
Not again.
Not
Huh?
after what she's seen.
Not again. She
There's
only
nothing
ran
for
away
her to
once.
run to.
Run where? She's
Back to
young, but
Amanda's dead body. I hope not.
no, she won't.
She can't even find it anyways.
She won't be able to.
Well, then we can keep her with us until we figure out what's happening in these woods.
We keep
then
her with
find
us
the
until we
hamlet.
can find somewhere safe for her to stay.
Do you think the hamlet is safe?
Safer.
Then
I
we
mean-
go tomorrow. How long will it take?
It's only 3 miles. It won't take very long, but it is unless we find very generous souls there, I doubt she will have a home there. They're not exactly drowning in abundance, just by nature of how few people they have there. So I don't know if anyone's going to be immediately excited.
Steven,
Or-
what would be, besides this hamlet, like, I mean, I think we already asked, but would I know, would anyone here know what, like, the next largest town would be where there would be some sort of orphanage?
I would
And what
say,
that place is called?
Steven's had enough.
yeah, I'm out.
Walk
Keep
in.
asking me
Well-
questions. Keep asking me questions,
Like
man.
Yeah,
that
we're
is
not gonna
such
try
an
it.
awful question. I'm out of here, honestly.
Y'all can hear me, right?
And you're
Yeah.
a terrible reporter.
I would say that what you are, all of you, just, especially you, Felix, just being from around here for longer, I would say that you know that
Sounds like someone's
Just-
breaking in.
just
Cool.
adoption is not a institutionalized or organized thing anywhere around here. The general vibe of this entire kind of section of Sumia that you are in is hunters gatherers, small communities. Even the bigger towns are maybe, a couple hundred, max like 500 people. To
Okay.
get to somewhere big would be quite a distance, and all of you are unsure of where that would be.
Well, I don't really know where we're going to next, but I think the best idea right now would be once she wakes up and calms down and has some new tea in her, we should see if she has any family. If she can go to anyone. If not, then, well, I just don't know. most kids at the academy, peers at the academy would go home for the winter to see family. So
Our best bet is to find someone in that hamlet. If not there, then we will decide what to do when we've crossed the bridge.
Yeah.
For now, we hope she knows someone. And if not, we hope she knows someone in the hamlet. And if not, who knows? Thank you for your generosity, Felix. I'm going to turn to you.
Thank you. How long have you been out here? This is a well-established camp.
Since I was a boy. Not young,
Hmm.
not that young, but a while.
Very nice.
Thank you.
A while then.
Yes, my parents lived on the frontier.
Can you tell us more about what you said that was going on with the woods?
That's the thing, I don't know what is going on with the woods. It has been quite calm up until a couple years ago, I wanna say. But even then, it wasn't anything as egregious as this. Strange fauna, maybe, but nothing that I couldn't remove.
And the blizzards like this, are they normal too? Or is this on the extreme end?
Stephen, something is up with this blizzard, right? Either it's not the right time of year or it is way more intense, right?
Yes,
Which one?
both of them. This is
Okay.
not a normal, but weather for the past 5 years has been crazy in Sumia. So it's not, it is very unnormal or unnatural, for sure.
No, the blizzard is unnatural as well. It's out of season, far too intense, especially for this area.
I did think it was weird, blizzard happening in the middle of summer, but okay.
It seems like a nice place to hide.
It is.
I'm happy to stay here until we figure out what anything is going on with these forests. You said this has happened for years?
Yeah, it's particularly the weather. Strange omens and things.
Like what? What omens?
Well, that's the thing. Just not. What's the right word? I don't think I took the actual spell that lets me do this, which is a bummer because I should have. Did I close the? Oh no, it's in Firefox. Whoops. I go to the table and I move the cards to the side and I take one of the pouches that I have on me, and in it are pieces of dried bone with, you wouldn't know what it is, but it's just strange carvings on them. It's druidic for the players. I don't think you guys would know what druidic is. And I would shake them. It's not like a prayer. I guess it's a bit of a prayer. Say something to them and then toss the bones out of the bag and onto the table. I'd say, I've been able to get as clear as one can get, I guess. It wouldn't look clear to most people. Signs and omens and messages from this. But now, these, and I motion towards the bones, they make as much sense to me as they do to you right now, and I don't know why. Normally, this is how I commune with the spirit or spirits of this place.
And you haven't been able to?
No,
Wait, spirits?
of the forest. Nature itself. It's a so
I didn't know that even existed.
you see Felix is kind of like pausing, and it's like, how the fuck do I explain this to these guys? This is just my bread and butter. I don't even have to think twice about it.
It's just a different
What kind of
way
roll would I have to make to kind of get a grasp of what Felix is talking about?
Yeah, same.
saying this is just another way of understanding and communicating with the forces that be. Is it not?
Yes. Yes, it is.
I look to the two magicians, one pretending to be a real magician and the real magician.
No, yeah,
Um,
Vinny's kind of,
I'd say it's just like communicating with magic, no? We communicate with the threads of the universe to make things happen.
I don't really
Yeah.
know how
Yes.
that works either.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Yeah, maybe he knows better than me.
I
Do
accept
I?
you.
Did I?
Did I?
Can
Did
I make an
I?
Arcana check?
Yeah.
Well done, dude.
Both of you make occultism checks for me.
Turlin seems like they're pretty understanding.
I'm
How
using a
about
hero
you,
point.
Vita?
Also, I just downloaded the Hero Card deck reading deck, so
Her card deck reading deck. Got a deck of cards to read my deck of cards for me.
Hell yeah.
the cards are
But
beautiful.
yeah, both of you understand that whenever you either of you do anything magical, or even even something that even when you do something really well, in your life, you feel like that there is something beyond that you are connecting with. Even if you do not understand it, you can still feel that connection, and you believe that's what they're talking about. But in terms of actually communicating with that, as Felix is talking about, and no longer being able to communicate with that, then that is
I want to ask Ori,
I have no idea what that's about.
are you a forest spirit this whole time?
Now you have said that Ori speaks.
Mm-hmm. I just don't know what they would say exactly.
Well, yeah, but would you believe that Ori would speak out loud to you when you've had conversations with Ori? Yes?
Yeah,
So
Ori
Ori's
speaks
just
out loud.
speaking to you? Alright. Ori,
Chat.
what voice does Ori have? What voice?
Wasn't it like, it wasn't small. It was soft, if I remember correctly. It was
Yeah,
just
it was
like
like a
very soft
softer
spoken.
voice, not like a little pipsqueak mouse, but just
No.
chilled. Yeah. No?
No.
What are you then?
To the point, apparently.
Wait,
I'm yours.
Do we hear this speech?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ori's
Yeah,
just
we
speaking
did
to
establish that we can hear. I remember
Yeah.
when we poured tea in her.
But it would not be beyond me to think that we could also have them communicate and not hear it.
Yeah.
True.
So
But Ori says, I'm yours.
See, yeah, I just never know what that means. Alright.
Aw. While Turlin and Felix kind of explain that, I take some notes in my book, and I look towards Felix and I say, I've never heard of communicating with them. Can you teach me?
Not quickly. It's
I
and
catch on quick. No worries.
and it's not. I say communication only because that's the best analog that I can come to for it. I'm not actually speaking to anything, and nothing is speaking back to me. There's not like a.
There's no dialogue there. I understand.
Not
but
really.
I
No
don't mean to
person or
change the
personhood.
conversation, but I am very curious. Can you give me some pointer tips? This is something that I really didn't get to study at the academy.
I just kind of like look around and I'm like, I guess. Well, actually, no, I can't because there's a lot of self-alignment you need to do beforehand.
Like
Um,
stretching or
No, of the mind and soul and self. When I was an acolyte, primarily my lessons were spent doing meditations and were very inward focused. Sometimes physical exercise and stretching can be a part of that to help.
well,
But
I'll try to incorporate something like that into my daily routines, my exercises.
yeah, it's also personalized. The way that you align yourself with this force, this like state of harmony, depends entirely on yourself and who you are. So what works for me would not work for you.
Okay,
Which
I
is
get
why
it. Keeping your secrets. I can respect it. One wizard to another.
no
But
secrets.
I'll take that advice into. Holy shit.
That is a joke. It's funny as
That's
fuck.
a joke. Scott Pilgrim versus the Troll.
All of these hero cards are great.
Damn. I'll take your recommendations into consideration, and I'll see what I can come up with. But thank you. If you
All right.
ever want advice in my expertise in magic, just let me know, and I'll
I'm
give you
fine.
a few tips myself.
Okay. But yes, as I was saying, I've done nothing.
Damn, now that's good. I like
Yo,
that
the
one a
rock
whole
shot.
lot.
That is a cool as fuck.
That is good.
I thought Rakshasas were based off of real.
With the fucked up hands.
I thought
the man-
Rakshasas were based on like Indian demons and they were tigers.
Uh,
You must be quite foolish to get yourself in such a predicament like this fellow here.
I draw the fool.
yeah,
Shut up.
I have not learned yet how to do the reading because I just bought the thing just now, but I'm going to learn and give you guys hero card readings.
Cool.
You guys can
The
keep.
midwife.
Jesus Christ.
I do not want to get that one.
You guys-
Mid as hell.
You
what
just
a horde of
you guys
garbage
just put
baby,
on
mid
with
baby.
with the RP. I'm just
Tell
said
me
with
if I get
digs.
that one.
garbage pail kid moment. I don't want that one. I'll take the queen
Okay,
mommy.
I'll take
Queen
that
mother.
one. Yeah.
Hubba.
Her kids look gross, but like
Yeah, they ain't
kind of a
mine.
baddie.
They ain't
I mean,
gotta
I
be
would.
mine. I want that Rakshasa. Anyway.
Yes, but what I was saying was,
Sorry,
it's okay.
just all
very-
good. Just all good one.
well, let's share this one.
Okay.
Jesus, what is up with this artist and the babies?
It's that fucking Nirvana. It's the Nirvana baby.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
Angel and Demon.
God.
I've seen Good Omens.
That's Dante.
There
Devil
are a
May
lot
Cry.
of these.
Anyone?
Some of them are
Right?
kind of like normal, but I'm sending the quirky ones.
Worked up. The
Oh, look, it's
betrayal.
Kenny's mom.
There are 54 cards in the
Animatronics
set,
go
so
quirky.
Bye. I'm back in it. I'm locked in.
yeah, I'm done.
No
sending them.
Alex, only Felix.
Okay, one
In
more.
my rituals, my meditations these past few years, I have been, oh my god, what a grouchy guy.
He is not just Felix.
Not, I've not been getting anything back. The best way I can say it is like, I know what these words are, but they are not in any order that makes sense to me. Not in any order that I know.
Okay.
I've done nothing different
So
when this
something
change
is
occurred.
deeply wrong with the forest right now. That is the only explanation.
Alright.
At least this area. Minimum, if not
Is there
something.
anyone else that lives in
larger.
this forest?
I was to ask the same. Yeah.
In the way I do, no.
No. Okay.
There are others, but like this is. Hold on a minute. Dude, sorry. I have to take a moment to appreciate this dwarf taking what is possibly the fattest rip I've ever seen.
That's the goof.
Like, absolutely heaped into that bowl. Oh my god.
Where's that pipe coming from? It looks like it's coming out of him.
I
I legit do think he's smoking it. I think it's coming from the brazier.
Another
I
Yeah.
think
fucking
that's.
creepy baby.
yeah, he's smoking from the brazier. It's so
Oh, get that
cool.
coal smoke.
Uh-huh.
stop.
yeah, I see it
stop.
now.
Stop it, grass
Damn.
or if you smoke too
These are
hard.
pretty cool. I do want a tarot deck. I
Smoke
don't
too
really
tough.
believe in any of that
Yeah,
stuff, but
I
I just
I
like the
will
art.
over the next week. I will learn the system so I can do readings for you guys. It seems really
Okay.
cool and detailed, actually.
Cool.
Anyway,
we get
sorry.
the
Back to
tower.
back.
That's okay.
I'm legit actually done sending.
Okay,
thing.
okay.
So yes, I am
Yes,
turning.
no one else lives out here in the same way I do.
Okay.
Not
It's
that you
right-
know of.
Yeah, and I know that they don't, unless they've been hidden or quite literally underground
It could be.
this entire time.
Might be, yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to bed.
All right.
All right, this conversation is boring. Good night.
All right. This sucks balls. I'm going to sleep.
He's sleeping.
Okay, so
Yippee.
I'm gonna look at you guys and say, well, first thing tomorrow morning,
Yeah.
We can go to
yes.
him.
and then once we have her safe, we can figure out what caused these caustic wolves.
Yeah.
I'd like to stay in this forest and for as long as possible. And with
Well-
that, I'm going to take out my bedroll and just throw it on the ground.
Alright. So is everyone getting ready for bed?
Yeah.
Sleepy time.
Nice.
I take one
Alright.
of the one of the thicker animal skins off the top of the bed and just lay on the floor.
I take Kenny.
Any
Yeah.
blanket.
Fuck out the way. Bed's mine.
No.
I just, pull out one of my blankies and just, 1 hit point.
Yeah, I think we agreed, Steven, to do the home rule of healing everything when you rest.
So yeah,
I
so
pressed the rest button,
yeah.
and that
Press the
automatically
slay
heals you. Yeah. Girl boss.
Alright, I'm going to try a self roll with one of your proficiencies, Felix, and I want you to see if you can tell me which one I did.
I can't see anything.
You don't know anything?
It's a game master privately rolled some dice. Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
What is he doing?
So as y'all are getting ready for bed,
I don't like to keep saying that.
Honk shoe, honk shoe.
one of my favorite parts.
Ooh.
I'm asleep, man. We're not getting ready.
Or no. Yeah.
Nothing's gonna happen.
Alright. Felix, you suddenly feel much better. Like, mentally, you feel like a weight has been lifted off of you that you were unaware of existing before. You know, for ever since really this storm has started, or since, you have met these people that have come into your home. You have realized now that you have felt a weight on your mind that has been blocking your normal communications with nature. Normally you can just sense, the natural spirits around you, but you feel as you're getting ready for bed that has been lifted off of you. And what I rolled for you is your understanding that you were under some kind of spell for the past, I don't know, however long it's been, 8 hours, that has now just ended, and you are now you are unblocked. You don't know what spell this is, but you can sense the magic of a spell blocking you from communicating with nature.
Hmm.
But you feel better. There was like a weight on your mind that you were unaware of, and are now That weight has been freed from you, and you can sense that it is a spell.
Bro, someone's fucking with you, dog.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm asleep though.
This is the morning. This is.
Yeah, I'm sleeping.
Shoo. Shoo.
I keep.
Do you do
I keep
anything,
reading.
Felix?
Man, I don't think I took the spell. Oh, let me try and fucking find it. 'Cause there is like a commune with nature spell.
And to answer your question, yes, Kevin.
Thanks.
Spells. What about rituals? No. Hold on.
I keep reading my book a little bit, and while you're doing whatever you're doing, Felix, you kind of hear me go, "Ooh, oh,
What a lovely book.
ooh, ooh, ooh.
Pretending to read.
Goodness, I can't
What-
read.
What an alien thinks reading is like.
What the fuck? Yeah.
Looking at my spell book, pretending I know what it says. Oh, yeah.
It's just a
Ooh.
guy reading a dictionary, basically. Ah, yes, I see.
Oh,
Oh,
great word. I would have used that word.
It's less like
forgot about
I see. Oh, but it's more like someone reading like oh, oh, oh,
Even
my-
even worse. Even
Yeah,
worse. I might
laughing.
say.
Laughing at your own spell book.
or like blushing like my god.
I remember when I wrote that down.
Okay, yeah, I will. I don't know. Okay, so I don't technically have anything on my character sheet, but
hmm
I want to just try and read the bones
Okay.
with the intent to find out like what is going on and what is out of balance.
hmm So do you re-roll your bones?
Actually, no. I would say I would walk up and then I would be like, wait a minute. I
And
want
now
to see if
Do you want to now and try and read them?
I want to see if I can read them before I move them again.
Without you moving them, you see they send the message to you to sleep. They want you to sleep.
Bro, big government wants you to sleep. Don't listen to them.
I
Stay woke.
Steven, I feel like, and maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like when it comes to rituals and reading omens, that they don't ever mention me. And it's not like a message of like, you should go to bed. It's just like, there's something
Mhm.
strange because of
Yes.
the stars. Like, it require a lot of interpretation and understanding on my part and are not so direct as to, Felix, you should go to bed.
Yes. This is
I'm-
absolutely true, and it is odd that it is.
Okay, yeah.
This
I'm
is
sleeping.
not.
I'm fine.
This is not. None of this is normal.
Right.
But
It's just
yes,
big
this
decaf trying to convince you don't need Red Bull.
gives you wings.
Don't let them. Don't let them.
But yes, normally whenever you've read these bones, it is prophecy-esque, right?
Yeah.
Very vague. But
Bro,
this
what
is
are the bones cooking right now?
it.
I want to.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead,
You
Steven.
go. No, you go. It's just saying sleep.
I want to look outside.
Okay.
And I want to, like, not like a quick glance. I want to like
Mhm.
look as in depth as I can to
Okay.
see if there's anything, just for anything that's out there.
Okay. Make
And
Go.
I'll look. Okay, I will scan out like level right in front of me, and then I will turn my head and I will look back up, like the mountain or the hill that I'm on,
Mhm.
and then also look in like the sky, the clouds
Yes.
and stars to see if there's something there either.
Okay. And how far out would you say you go from
I
the
wouldn't
door?
leave. I wouldn't leave my door frame. I would
Okay.
open it up. I wouldn't
Yeah.
even put my whole body outside.
Yes. You cannot see the stars. I will mention that it is still a big blizzard out there.
Okay, that's fair.
So
Should I roll
if you-
perception?
But yes, please roll perception for me.
I both hate and love not knowing.
You do.
It sucks being on the other side.
Yeah, you do see the path that all of you took through the snow, slowly being covered up by new snowflakes. You look up into the sky and you just see white. If you look kind of into the hill that this cave is carved into, it is just covered in snow there, and you are confident in that there is nothing around your cave currently.
Okay. I will close my door. I will put the wooden barricade back down. And I will go to sleep. Uneasily.
Does everyone...
Actually,
Yes, what's up?
I will sleep, but I will not. I will just take like a bear skin that I have.
Okay.
And just like sit up against the edge of the bed, like on the floor, leaning back against the bed, facing the door, and then I'll fall asleep that way.
Gotcha. Ready to pounce, perhaps. Okay. So,
Yeah.
everyone has gone to bed?
Shoe.
Well, fantastic. Congrats, all of y'all. You got through your first day of this campaign. Very exciting.
It took 2.5 sessions.
Yeah, very exciting. But what I wanted to bring up here is some stuff that I was thinking about saying at the beginning of the campaign. But I wanted to get everybody's characters' introductions into place. But just some things that y'all know about the world. Your characters kind of understand that haven't really played a role yet into this story. So the first thing is that it is... I want to make sure I get the number right for posterity's sake, you know? Derriere. Oh, it's chewing on a bone.
Yours.
On Felix's bones.
On your leg.
Steven just regrows these bones. They fall out. They grow back.
Steve hitting the cactus.
That was pretty good.
We were
Gotta give that one to you.
exploring all
Good
of your
job.
characters' story. Thank you. Welcome and wintry evening here in Sumia. This is the name of the world, as you all know already, of course. It is day 2197.
Dude,
Okay.
Mississippi.
It was already the number I already knew. Damn it! Didn't even have to check. It is
31.
day 2197 in the 37th era of Vidana. Is something that you all know as we go into 2198, the day. This is something that you all inherently know. The date is not something in this world. Days and dates are not something that is constructed by any mortals or any system. It's not something everybody has to agree upon. It just is a state of the world. What day it is the first thing you think of when you wake up, and whenever you need to reference the date, it's just something that you know. And because of that, it's not really brought up, why is it days? I mean, you all still colloquially use weeks, months, and years just to make it so it's not a pain in the ass for us to communicate about it. But in terms of the actual dates of things, everything is measured in days. And so it being 2197, that's around a little bit over 5 years that we've been in the 37th era of Vidana. Now, all of you have no idea what Vidana means, but you know inherently it's kind of taboo and not a good idea to bring up the names of any previous eras besides any of the Vidana ones. For instance, based off historical records, you know that the previous era was the 5th era of Jukum, but you don't know what Jukum or Vidana means, but you know that that is the name of the era, and there's something that, just the general consensus around you don't really know. Now, I'm going to do a real quick DM. So if you get a DM, great. If you don't worry about it.
And cry.
That actually is something to make me worry about it.
That's a cool little tidbit, Steven. Some fun world building.
Yeah,
Wait,
some
I do
good
like
world
that.
building, Steven.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Steven, there is a Foundry calendar extension.
Mhm.
The
related to
wonderful
Foundry
world of
calendar.
Foundry calendars, baby.
Yeah, that's something I definitely want to do.
I love water.
What the fuck
Yeah,
did you say?
Dylan?
I'm just getting water.
Said I love water.
Oh,
Like a fucking sim.
I love
How do
water.
you
I
wanna run?
love water.
Apparently they made it. I was told this news by Ariel. You can now
Legal for
differentiate
water.
between bathroom sinks and kitchen sinks in The Sims. So they will no longer walk up 3 flights of stairs to put their dishes next to a toilet when they're done eating.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's really
That's
huge news.
awesome.
Huge news for
Huge
Sims
news.
everywhere.
I
Yeah.
might still do that in solidarity though.
Good Sims.
Okay,
I'm gonna force them to do it.
everyone has been DM'd that needs to be DM'd.
Oh
But
no, that's cool. It's so cool you didn't DM me. No, that's cool.
it's kind of weird.
I guess I just don't matter, So.
Yes, that is exactly
Yeah.
what I'm implying by that.
Ow! Oh,
yeah, what's
yowza,
up?
ouchie, ow, owie, youch, owie.
This is terrible.
What the fuck? Okay, but when you all try and recall memories that you had before, day 1 of the 37th era of Vidana, you cannot recall them. You can't remember them. Facts about your life before this time, you do know. For instance, think like us in the real world. When you think of your social security number or your phone number or your address, they're not really memories per se. They're kind of just things that you know about your life. And so these are things that you remember before this era started. For instance, like if you were a blacksmith, for instance, for the past 20 years, you don't just forget the fact that you were a blacksmith for the past 20 years, but if you try and recall any specific memory, perhaps you got married during that time, or you try to remember the day of the birth of your first child, for instance, you cannot remember it before this era. And because of that, a lot of people in the world like to write things down, because in case they ever forget something in the future, then they tend to write things down so they can look back on it and kind of create a faux memory about that event that happened before that era change. Just in terms of the era things, all of you have only experienced one of them. Even the oldest people in your lives, maybe even the older races, maybe you've only experienced 2 or 3 of them. But the most recent one was about 5 years ago. And the 5th era of Jukum, the one that you dare not speak of, but you know of because of historical records, that was a very long era. So most of you were, or I'd say all of you were born in that time period. So this is your first era change, and it catches everybody by surprise. Everyone knows this, and that's why everybody writes down these things to make sure that you can figure it out. So I will say that if it was funny in the moment in terms of, this might be like a porn book that this guy had, but it appears that the book, you thinking as you go to bed, it kind of crosses your mind that this book that this Kenny's dad, had bought may have been something for that exact purpose of writing down things that happened to them so they can remember.
Changes era? Like, do we know what?
No one knows. It happened suddenly.
So 5
no
years
one.
ago, everyone just lost all their memories except for what's written down.
Yes.
Well, I don't think.
Yeah.
I think what Steven said, it's not like lost memories. It's just I don't think you can recreate it in your head. Like I can think about, like calling someone this morning.
Yes.
But
I know.
They said
That's
you
also-
forget, like your daughter's birthday and stuff like that.
Like,
well, I
no,
guess
like,
since you don't have
know,
years.
I know that my daughter was born, and I know that my daughter was born on this day. But if I try and remember her birth, I can't remember it. It's like trying to visually recall the actual memory. You can't. So as you're drifting off to sleep, you think to yourself how Kenny is around 6 years old. It probably weighed heavily on the father that he could not remember her birth. So
it's like you remember it's like you remember the title of the events that happened, but you don't actually remember
the details.
anything
yeah,
that actually
so
happened.
it's like I'm a blacksmith. I know I've been blacksmithing for 20 years. I
remember how to do everything I learned.
I don't remember what the shop looked like or who I talked to or when you're learning it or anything like that.
Yeah, like if I need to visually recall it, you just can't. So that is something that is true for everybody. It's not like a unique thing to y'all, and based off of history books, everyone seems to not like it, but everyone kind of just accepts it as a part of life because it does happen.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Remember a time it didn't happen?
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of just an aspect of this world to keep in mind. So that is just some facts about the world that I'd like y'all to keep in mind, especially when creating backstories or things of this nature, that essentially a little over 5 years ago, there was a reset in terms of people's ability to recall memories. But if it was well enough documented, then you can kind of, if you describe it well enough, then you can fake a memory, basically. And that's why people like to document things around the world. So some of you may have journals if you like to recall things, but some of you may not. It's up to everybody individually, and some people don't, and then they choose to later because maybe some event happens that they then can't remember. But people kind of got lackadaisical about it, you can tell, because the previous era was so long, no one really ever lost their memories until about 5 years ago, and then people started to realize, oh shit, I can't remember specific events, and I knew this was a thing, but it had been like tens of thousands of days, so I didn't think it was going to happen, and then that kind of sort of thing. Mm-hmm. So, does anybody have any questions about that?
Nope. No, sir.
Seems straightforward.
Last question.
Yeah.
How do we know, how does anyone know what, like now we're in the 37th era of Adana.
Yep.
Is that just innately known
when
it starts? Okay.
You just, one day, you woke up, and it was the first day of the 37th day of Adana.
Kind of terrifying.
And you couldn't remember what happened yesterday, unless you wrote it down.
Hello, Choco.
So, that is some facts about the life, but we're going to get into the real meat of what I was most excited about this campaign, is dreams. A big part of Sumia and just y'all's life in general is you have a dream every night that you can distinctly remember. And these dreams typically aren't anything much besides, maybe a specific memory that is recalled, or a small little vision, perhaps, if you're inclined to more otherworldly things, but they're typically very small and don't mean much. But every time you go to bed, you have one of these. It's not a every once in a while thing. And because of that, I would like to incorporate something into this campaign called dream rolls, where I'm going to have you each roll a D100 Don't add anything to it. And based off of how high you roll is how much you remember of the dream. So you did have the full dream. It's just how much you remember of it when you wake up. And does that sound good? So everyone gets
That
their own
sounds
individual
fun.
dream.
I love custom systems.
So
Steven.
it's a little way to, and everybody will be here for each of them, but it'll be nice and vague. But we're going to go one at a time. I'm going to do a private roll. That's cool. You can get your practice rolls in. Do your practice rolls. But I am going to roll a d4
It's a fucking party.
to see. So Lafleur, or I should say Alden,
Oh
you
shit.
are first. I'd like you to roll a d100.
Okay.
Holy shit, 92. Very nice. So,
Wow.
so high numbers for these dream rolls means that, I would say 90 plus, as you just did, Alden, is you can basically ask any questions about what happened in this dream and I can answer them. And that means if you want to ask them later after the session, you can as well, but I'll still go into some detail. If you get more mid area, there's going to be some parts that you can't remember. You get a low part, you can only really remember the most important parts, right? So even if you rolled a natural 1, I'm not going to say you can't remember the dream, natural 1 and a D100. I'm not going to say you can't remember the dream, but it's more going to be like, these are the emotions that the dream made you feel, right? In general, stuff like that. But Alden, you rolled very high, so your dream, this is a dream that you've had many times before, and because of that, you know that it is not just a dream it's not a vision of any sort, it's not anything about the future, but it's actually a memory. The dream that has been kind of haunting you for the past few weeks, and you had it once again. You wish that you did not have this dream. It is a dream that begins of you sitting in a classroom. You can see your classmates around you. You look down at your hands in this memory, and the worst part is you have no control over this. You know exactly what's going to happen next, and you just have to deal with that fact. You look down at your hands, you see a deck of cards that's within your hands, and you know that you are about to go up for another day of essentially show and tell, but it's more of a presentation of any new skills, new spells that you in this school have learned. The person in front of you just brought in a small little bird in a cage and then did a spell in front of the whole class, and the bird disappeared, turned invisible, because afterwards he does another spell and the bird reappears flying around the cage, and all of the kids clap and cheer that are around you, and you do not clap and you do not cheer, because you are psyching yourself up.
This guy sucks, dude.
I'm like 29.
You're psyching yourself up for this you're psyching up yourself for your presentation because you know you're next. The teacher calls you up, and as you stand up, what's his name? Oh yeah, Drank calls from behind you.
Who?
Drank.
Drank with a C at the end. Drank calls from behind you. Are you gonna do another card trick, card boy? And the class laughs a little bit.
Oh shit.
And you
They're all kids.
And you feel they're all around teenagers.
No.
You feel a familiar rage starts to boil up within you, but you suppress it, as you know that today is not just a normal card trick. It is even more. The card is kind of a decoy. You're going to go up and you're going to display a new spell that you have just learned. You finally learned it. You've been practicing it for quite some time for this exact presentation. And as you get up to the front of the classroom, as people are laughing at Drank's joke that he makes all the time, you hate when he calls you card boy. You hate your card tricks are impressive. They're some of the best card tricks in the world. But everybody makes fun of you just because you can't do any spell magic. And so you get up to the front, you start to flip your cards. Drank, you don't remember exactly what he says, but you know that it is because you can't remember. It's because you drone him out in this moment. As you're flipping your cards, you quickly clasp all the cards together in your hand, and then you look to a target that is across the room as you spew out acid spit at this target. All you remember next is laughter.
Dude, fuck him up. Fuck him up.
All you remember is the rage that starts to build within you. You are glad that your brain has suppressed the rest of the memory because it is too much for your mind to handle. And you are glad that the brain, that you're glad that your recreation in your dream does not allow you to remember this part of the memory, even though you know it is there, because you can remember it vividly if you try to, but you never try to. But all you can feel is the rage.
Tried to,
yeah.
But today's been a day of firsts. I've never seen a caustic wolf.
Yeah.
Now, do I just genuinely not remember this, or is it me by choice blocking it out?
In your dreams, you do not have that choice, and it appears that your brain has made that decision for you. But if you would like to later in the daytime try and distinctly remember what happened in that moment, you could do that. But all you remember is laughter and the rage that builds within you, and you remember that before you know the feeling of suppressing that rage. That feeling was not there in that moment.
Okay. So I didn't suppress the rage there. Or I
don't.
felt that I didn't suppress the rage.
Yes.
This kid is
God.
like, this is a bad guy.
Did I fucking beat up a
bad
room
guy.
full of kids
No,
as like a
You acid on
33-year-old
some
man?
You don't
Right.
remember. Okay.
Oh
Great.
my God.
Fantastic.
Okay, well,
No.
I love this dream idea though.
it's really funny and really
Like
interesting.
learning lore about
Yeah.
the other people.
I will just say that as I wake up in a cold sweat, and I immediately just start doing push-ups and like crunches and squats.
This
and
guy is sick in the head.
just, like,
This guy sucks.
Just try to immediately start like a morning workout routine to like get all my like feelings out.
You are lucky we don't know what your dreams are.
Nope.
We'd be horrified.
Okay.
Not even that.
God,
It's just be like,
that's-
man, what's wrong with you?
It's so much better than I ever thought it could be. Now I have an enemy. I have a teenager called Drank.
Shrank.
An antagonist in my
D-R-A-N-C.
story.
Alright. So
Alright,
you,
that's delightful.
Hold up.
that is your dream.
Right.
Vita, here is your dream. Please make your dream roll.
Oh shit.
Ah, shit.
Christ
Not,
Okay.
not bad.
Nice. Your dream begins with you standing and you feel cold. As you open your eyes, you look around you and you are standing in an infinite flat plain. You have never seen this place before. The plain is covered and you're standing in just about an inch of just still water that is reflecting the sky above. The sky is this cosmic colors. It is nighttime around you, where there are stars of light blues and light purples that are some brighter and some bigger than others that are sparkling in the sky around you. And as you turn around, standing, you can feel the wind or just a slight breeze as you turn, and you realize it's against your skin as you realize that you are fully naked.
Whoa.
And you turn around and you see
Everyone hates
within
having those dreams.
you turn around and within the sky is a massive moon. A pure white, just, dotted in craters, just like the moon that, we know in the real world. But it is
Moon's looking at
covering,
your dick, bro.
The
it's
moon's
covering
moving
at
back.
least 45% of your vision. It's just this massive
Oh my
moon in
God.
front of you. And you look to your right as you hear a small little noise, and you see Vita. Or you don't see Vita, you see Ori.
What?
That's bad. You see another you. You see Ori besides you, but Ori is not his or its usual cosmically colored self, but it is a pure white, piece of paper in this origami crane pattern. And you notice in this dream as this is not some memory, but you're just experiencing this. You notice that the background that you see around you is normally what Ori is colored like, but now Ori is this white origami crane. And Ori, without you telling it to, starts to move forward. Do you do anything?
Well, this is much weirder than the other one. I'll reach out.
You can't move.
Fuck.
You try and reach out, you try and move forward, your body is just still in this place. And as Ori
Alright.
starts to move forward, it gets into the center of your field of view towards the moon and starts to grow in size as it turns and faces you. And suddenly, instead of these very sharp movements that Ori you're used to, as it's this paper configuration, starts to bend and fold as paper as paper wouldn't, and it's more of a live creature as the origami crane head looks towards you, and in a soft voice says, "You have insulted me. Do not insult me again." This is a soft female voice. I don't know if I just said that, but a soft female
Can I
voice.
speak?
But it is strong. You do not remember you speaking in this moment. And if you feel like you could, you are not able to. But this voice, Ori, is speaking to you in this voice that you've never heard from Ori. Ori's voice has never been like this. But it is a loud and soft, but it's a female voice, and it says, "You have insulted me. Do not insult me again. My gift to you is not just a little thing that follows you around, as you so put it to your new friends. It is a symbol of our connection. You must remember that I did not choose you, but you chose me. I have brought you here not to admonish you, but I have brought you here to ask you one simple question. Why did you choose me? You could have chosen any of us. Why me?" And you feel like your mouth is no longer frozen. What do you say?
Fuck. Do I know who she is?
You have no idea what this is.
Bro, this is a bird.
I think I would say. I really would just be like, what? Who are you? That's probably what I would say first.
The origami crane head turns to the right and sighs. And unfortunately, you can't remember what is said next between you two. But you do remember something that she does say. She says, "I know you are lying," or "I know you are lying. I can see the memories within your head, but I cannot tell your intentions." And that is all you remember from the dream.
Damn. That was a way worse dream.
That one wasn't silly at all.
Yeah. Okay. And I haven't had that dream before.
Never. No.
Okay.
You have
Alright.
no memory of the place or the voice
Okay.
or Ori being like that ever.
Okay.
Now, Turlong, I would like to do your dream.
Oh boy, I don't know if I want to do my dream. All right.
For real.
Please roll.
All right, we're gonna roll D100.
D100. No
D100?
modifiers.
Is that a
Yes.
public or private?
Make it public. It's fun.
35, baby.
Ooh. Say I want y'all to roll high so I can give more details, but then it's also very fun to be vague.
No, it's for real. I don't remember that much. Okay, I'm kind of just floating into my dream right now.
Yeah. What you remember of your dream is it is in a place that you have been before. Well, no, how about do this? I think you rolled a high enough for this. What you remember are you remember floating in an infinite black space. You can feel your body's weightlessness. And appearing in front of you in this giant empty void are 3 large cards outlined in this white, glowing white. And you'd recognize the back of them as your cards that you keep on you at all times. And you feel compelled to make a choice. Now, you do not remember what made your decision, but you remember choosing the card on the right. And as you choose the card on the right, it starts to turn around slowly and face you, and you see through the card this room that you have seen before. And as it moves closer to you, you are suddenly within this room, and you are floating within this room. This room is underground. It is a dome made of stone throughout the walls, and you notice at the perimeter of the room there is a moat of some sort of just this water that is constantly flowing, but it's this brownish water. And you can see that the center of the room, as you're floating above, is packed with people, covering these familiar brown robes. And you all see, or you see, that the left arms of these robes are cut off. Their left arm is bare for all of the people wearing these robes. And as you see this room filled with people, you look towards the center. You look towards the center and you see a sight you have seen before, but you feel that this time is different. There is an effigy of sorts. There is attached to a stick, a sack, different sacks of grain that are tied together to emulate a body. And there's different features on this body that you recognize, but you can't quite recall. And as you see, there is one of these robed figures that approaches this body, and you begin to hear chanting from all the people within this room. It's this unified chant. You don't remember what they're chanting, but it's this chant. And as this person approaches, you see they have this rusty, old, curved, long axe, or, an axe on this long pole that is rusty and old, but you can tell that it has been used many times, and you've seen this pole before. And as the man approaches with this long axe, he begins to hold it high as the chanting gets higher, and then he strikes it horizontally into the effigy, right into the chest. And the whole entire crowd says, "Ooh," right at that moment. And then the man pulls back the axe, and he does it again, and he does it again into this, the sack of grain, as grain starts to spill out, even from this rusted blade. The impact from this one cloaked figure is so great that it just absolutely decimates the grain within it. And as it strikes for a number of times that you all know, that you know too well, you see that behind the figure, your body begins to float to the side. You see behind the sack of grain figure, you see that there is an older man wearing similar robes, but on his left arm, you see a familiar sign on his arm begin to glow. You know who this man is. You know that he is a high up leader amongst this group. And you see that sign starts to glow as every strike of the axe hits more in. It glows brighter and brighter with every time the crowd chanting every time it is hit. And as it glows brighter and brighter with the final hit, his eyes open. I need to make sure I get exactly what he says out loud because the entire crowd hushes as soon as he gets the final hit. And he says, Sarnalor, he is alive. He is watching. And that is all you remember of the dream.
I'm a normal person with normal dreams.
I feel like LaFleur's the odd one out at this point.
This is even less silly. What the fuck?
He's lived just a normal life.
I'm glad I got away with it being that amount of silly.
Alright.
Lore.
So,
And drank.
Felix, yours is the final dream. I believe we
And
may
King's
end
evil.
the session on this dream. But please
You
roll
wake up in a classroom.
D100.
Your name tag says drink.
Some dumbass keeps going up to the class with card tricks. It's-
Card boys going up there.
65
Card boy's
card
going up there
boy.
again. His fake beard so obvious.
Okay, yeah. 65. I like that. Alright, Felix, what you remember of your dream as the bones told you to sleep.
Oh, good.
You remember,
Almost forgot about that.
or, yeah. You suddenly see from a third perspective the cave that you all are sleeping in, your home that you've spent so much time in. You see you
Lucky too.
and all of your newest companions that broke into your home. All around you are sleeping. You see your own body slouched up against the bed in a sitting position, sleeping. And you feel your vision start to rise through the hill that you are in, and suddenly you are above the hill. And you have no control over this, but you feel your body start to rise, and there is a blizzard around you. You can tell that this is, the present moment. In this moment, this is not a vision of the past or the future. This is something that is occurring right now, and you just have this this other third-person perspective of it. And as you start to rise, your vision, which you think would be clouded in the blizzard, your vision starts to become one with the forest. Whenever you have spoken with the trees in the past, you have been able to kind of see through them and detect if there's any creatures around. You've done this earlier this day. But now, kind of forced within you, you are now able to see through all of the trees within this forest. And as this is a massive forest, the visions that you are seeing are kind of hard to detect, kind of hard to discern from what you are seeing. But you start to hear voices that are deep and guttural, but you know the origins of the voices are from who are giving these visions to you. And these voices are saying, voices have been saying, we've been silenced. We have not been able to communicate the dangers. We have been shut out. Please, you are one of the last ones that could help us. And as these voices are saying, you start to see flashes of images One, the very first one, is the cave that you saw in the beginning with, the caustic wolf. You can see its dead body laying there. The next flash is of a turned over cart in the middle of the forest where you see dead bodies of a small family with wolves slowly eating into them, and these wolves are the skeletal wolves that you saw before where there was just rotting flesh coming off of them. And you see one wolf is the same looking, caustic wolf where it's the skull with the green eyes looking out, and every time it steps, it is making, a burn mark into the snow that it very steps into. It's this green glow as its skin is kind of pulsating with this light green. So this wolf that you see is very similar to the caustic wolf that you saw before. And then you get another flash, and it's where it's another small camp that it seems to have been mauled by even more animals. But this time you see a very similar looking animal to the caustic wolf, but this time it is a large bear, a large cave bear, with its head and its skull just barren, with its skin and hair kind of seared away, with this green glow coming off of it as it walks around this camp that you see bodies of maybe a dozen or so different races and or whatever they're called. I forgot what they're called in this. But just different bodies of many different people just strewed around. And you get flashes of maybe 10 or 12 more of these different sites where these seemingly skeletal, predatory animals have taken over these different areas, and one of them is a leader of some caustic nature where they have this green glow, and the final thing you remember is the voice saying to you, "You were able to save one, but there were many that could not be saved. You must find who did this." And then that is all you remember.
Damn.
Ouch.
Oh.
Very ominous.
Oh yeah, baby.
So
Love
you
that
all
for
wake
us.
up after your various
so-
dreams.
Instantly just roll into a workout routine.
Yeah.
That's what I do every morning.
Alden
Fucking
is
drank.
working out, but yes, I want everyone to describe kind of how they wake up after these dreams. I will say, yes, every night you've had dreams, but for all of you, these dreams seem to be more vivid, more pertinent. Even, yes, for you, Alden, even though you've had this dream before, excuse me, this one was more vivid than the others.
Cardboy hit especially different.
Yes.
Yeah, Cardboy. Did I kill a kid? Did Alden kill a kid?
I hope
You
so.
might have, or burned with acid.
That's fucking terrible.
When Turlin wakes up, they just stand up, start stretching a little bit, and then immediately go to look through their cards. And I spend 10 minutes doing a brief tarot card reading for myself.
Okay.
When Vito wakes up, he kind of comes to, and then he immediately looks over to Ori, who I'm sure looks exactly the same
Yes.
as he did yesterday, but now with him just floating there, Vita's heart rate kind of quickens, and he feels like a sense of unease looking at the crane.
Mm.
But yeah.
How about you, Felix?
When I realize I'm awake, I try not to make it obvious, and then I go back to sleep for a little bit more.
Just sneaking in some extra sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Respect.
Well, I like it. Well, I think that is where we're going to end today's session.
Can I make a perception check on Felix and tell him
No.
to wake up? Yeah.